Welcome to the Tiffany Micah podcast. What we do here is build the strength and courage in you to accomplish your big dreams and goals in your sport. No longer will you feel limited. You won't feel you're not good enough. You won't question whether you will make it. Those doubts will disappear because you will have the competitive edge over your opponents and leave them in your wake. And the bonus is others will notice. Listen up and take notes because I will show you exactly how to do it. Hey there, Tiff here. Welcome to the Tiffany Micah podcast. And before we get started, I just want to give out a shout out to Olivia over in England. She's just signing up for a football team in what we call here in Australia soccer team, and she's just signing a semi-professional contract very shortly with a particular team, and I just want to congratulate her on doing that. She's 17, I think, and Olivia, really proud of that. That's just the beginning, so excited for you, and I look forward to you kicking lots of goals in the future in the sense of achieving your ultimate dreams and so on in your soccer, and really proud of you and well done. So let's get into today's episode. Have you ever heard of people saying to you, oh, you know what, you've got so much potential, and you know yourself that you've got all this potential, but you just don't know how to unleash that potential within? That was always the frustration I had when I was pursuing my tennis career. I had everyone saying to me, Tiff, oh, you know what, you've got so much potential. And in my mind, I'd think, yeah, but how do you utilize that potential to benefit me? How am I going to use it? Because I knew I wasn't living up to my potential. And I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to use it, even though everyone was saying, oh, you know, you're so good at tennis. Like, you're so good. And you make it look so natural, and it looks like it all comes really easily to you. But how do you turn those comments, even though that you know that that's true, how do you turn that into something where you're actually going to achieve it? And that's where I got very lost, because the hard work, all the effort, all the practice and the training that I was putting in, it just didn't come out when I was competing. And that's where the frustration was for me. It's like, yeah, I've got potential and I'm working hard and I'm putting the time in, but it's not coming up when I'm competing. This was especially when I was 19 and 20. Not so much when I was younger, but as I got older, got tougher. And my attitude and belief at the time was, if I just work harder, if I just put in more effort, if I just practice and train harder, the results will come. But unfortunately, I just didn't convert the time, I didn't convert the effort, I didn't convert the energy into really good competitive performances. So yep, it's great to have the potential. It's great that others can see that potential in you. But if you don't know how to convert that potential on the court, you don't know how to convert that potential in the ring, you don't know how to convert that potential in the pool, you don't know how to convert that potential on the field, you don't know how to convert that potential onto the course, you don't know how to convert that potential into the race or into your sports arena, you just don't know how to convert that potential into your competition, into your tournaments, into your race days, then we have a problem. So this is really important, what I have to say next on how you can unleash your potential within. But before I tell you what and how you can do that, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you a home truth. Well, a few home truths, actually. It's going to require work. It's going to require time. It's going to require effort. It's going to require education in the sense of educating yourself on you. It's going to require an awareness of you. You've got to be aware of what's going on. You can't just rock up and hope it's all just going to come together. It doesn't work like that. There's a process that you actually need to go through in order to unleash your potential. Because if you don't have any of these in place, you'll always have the potential but never live up to your potential. And that's how I always felt about my tennis career. I had so much potential, but I never lived up to my potential. If you've been listening to me for quite some time, you've heard me talk about it quite a lot. I was very disappointed with my lack of accomplishment in my tennis career. And I don't want this to happen to you. I want you to reach not only your potential, but I actually want you to reach beyond your potential. And always keep striving for what you want. Okay? You've got to promise me that that's what you're going to do. I want you to say, yes, Tiff, I'm going to do that. Okay? Yes, Tiff, I'm going to do that. I can hear you saying it back, can't I? Okay. Very good. Now, this is what you'll need. You'll need a notebook for this one, because here's how you're going to unleash your potential within. I'm going to give you this is how you're going to unleash your potential within, and I'm going to give you 10 steps on how to unleash your potential. So here's the first one. Awareness. You've got to be aware of what's going on. You've got to be aware on how you're going. You've got to be aware of knowing and understanding who you are. You've got to get clear on what is working and what's not working. You've got to be real with yourself and evaluate where you currently are in your life, in your sport, in your school, in your fitness, in your finances, in your health, in your mindset. You've got to be very clear on that. Okay, so we need to make sure we are aware. That's the first step of anything, is always awareness. Number 2, belief. You've heard me talk about belief so much and how important it is to believe in you. You have to believe in you, because your beliefs are everything. What you believe in is your truth. If you believe that you can accomplish something, you're right. You can do that. If you believe that you can't accomplish something, you're right. You can't do it. Belief is everything, and you've heard me talk about it so much. I believe, and my belief is that if you don't believe in you, you won't accomplish your big dreams. I know that because I've been there with my tennis career when I was 19 and 20, pursuing that, playing tennis overseas. No belief. What did I do? I picked up the phone, I rang my mum and said, all right, I'm going to come back to Australia. Big mistake. Big mistake. Number 3, skills. You've got to have the skills in the following. You've got to be technically efficient, right? So that in your sport you can do your skills automatically. You don't have to think about them. They just happen. Mindset. You've got to have the skills, the mindset skills for successful performances. You've got to have skills in fitness. And what I mean by that, you've got to be strong and fit to compete. You've got to have skills in nutrition. And what I mean by that is understanding what food provides you energy, sustainability, gives you the mental edge, right? The right foods. You've got to have these skills in place. Number 4, practice. You've got to put the time into practicing what you are learning. No practice equals no results, right? You can't just rock up and hope, oh yeah, I've got this. You know, people come to me for lessons and they expect that it's just going to go and happen out on the golf course. You've got to put the time in to get the results or the reward back. You can't just rock up and have a lesson or do a training session and go, yep, I'm ready to compete. You're not. You've got to hone in those skills. So you've got to practice, and not only practicing the technical skills, you've got to practice your mindset skills. You've got to practice in the sense of your fitness skills, right? Doing the training, building your body to what it needs to be so it's match fit. Practice nutrition. What do I mean by practice nutrition? Learn what kind of food you need to be intaking into your body, and practicing it. What I mean by that is eating that food, right? That's your practice. Number 5, learn from setbacks, mistakes, and losses. Learning from mistakes, learning from setbacks, learning from losses, all I call that is just feedback. That's all it is. Everything that you do is feedback, whether it's working or it's not working. It's just feedback. So you need to understand what works and what doesn't. You've got to learn from those. We all have setbacks. I have setbacks all the time, but I still keep going. I make mistakes constantly, but I still keep going. I have losses constantly, but I still keep going. We all have those challenges. Nothing is like, woohoo, it's all going to flow and everything's going to work really well each day. It doesn't work that way. We have to learn how to improve ourselves on a constant basis to be better, to be who we want to become. It's learning how we can push through the setbacks that you're going to encounter. It's so important. But you can do that. But it's all that approach. How do you approach that? Learn from everything that you do. I get lots of no's. I've just established the Get Focused Academy. I get a lot of no's. No, people don't want to join it. Do I give up? No. Do I keep going? You bet I do. Because I know one day things will happen. Number 6, success habits. You've got to have a series of habits in place that are going to give you the results that you're after. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's have a think about it. What's a habit? Well, here's a simple one, brushing your teeth. That's a habit, isn't it? Something that you do on a daily basis. So what kind of habits would I call success habits? Well, here's a simple one. Make your bed. Making your bed every day. That sets you up for success because you're tidying up your room, so to speak, which means you're giving your mind and getting your mind tidy, ready to go out there and accomplish what you want to accomplish throughout the day. You plan out your day. That's a success habit. You work on your mental skills. That's a success habit. You work on positive self-talk. That's a success habit. Right? So you want to have a series of habits that's going to give you the results that you're after. If you just do it now and then, or you just rock up and you have negative self-talk, you're not doing anything on a daily basis. It's just, you do it when you feel like it. That's not going to give you what you want because you're not consistent, which will lead me into the next one, which is number 7, is consistency. You've got to be consistent with what you do. The results come from the repetition of the effort. So you want to think about, how do you become good at something? It's consistent practice, isn't it? It's showing up on a regular basis. So even with these success habits in number 6, you've got to do those on a daily basis. You've got to consistently practice those. Like you're consistently practicing in your technical skills. You got to consistently practice with your mental skills. You got to consistently have that practice with the food that you eat. You've got to have consistency with how you train. Right? You need that. Number 8, vision. Having a vision will keep you very clear on where you're headed. So knowing what you want, because you don't need to know how to get there. That unfolds as you go, but you need to know and be very clear on what you actually want to accomplish. Because if you're not clear on what you want, then you tend to drift. Yeah, you'll do this some days, and then you'll do something else, and then you're all over the place, and then you get really frustrated and you can't understand why things don't work because you're not clear in your head exactly where you're headed. So being clear keeps you focused. So you must have that vision. Number 9, I'm going to call this one emotional benefit. And what I mean by that is you're being in control of your emotions, and you want to look at how your emotions, each emotion that you experience is going to benefit you for when you're practicing, when you're training, when you're competing, and everything that you're actually doing. So if you think about it, when you're highly emotional about something, what happens? You've lost focus, you react, you get all muddled up in the head, you can't think clearly, you make lots of mistakes, your head's like that has that fogginess to it. And when you know how to control your emotions, it keeps you calm, it keeps you focused, keeps you focusing on the task at hand. So here's an emotion, nerves. That's really what nerves are. They're emotions. So you can be nervously excited about something. You can be nervously worried about something. And how you are will affect your performance. And what you want to understand is you want to know how to deal with those emotions that come up for you. Even when you're really excited about something, it's keeping you settled. Even when you're really worried about something, it's about keeping you settled. So if you think about every emotion that you have, like being happy, sad, angry, frustrated, teary, you want to cry, you're angry, you're super, super, super excited and elated, whatever those emotions are, it's then how you can use each emotion and understanding how you can use each emotion that's going to benefit you so that you can bring out your best performances when you compete. And number 10 is having a plan. You hear me talk about this all the time, setting goals, writing out your goals, having a plan. Because when you've got your vision, like what I talked about, and that was in step number 8, wasn't it? Having that vision. Then it's knowing how to use the plan to help you accomplish that vision so that you're unleashing your potential. So you're planning for your vision, right? How do you plan for your vision? Well, if you've heard me talk about it many, many times, we can look at it as the next decade. I mean, here we are in 2020. Yep, we've had some really incredible experiences the first half of this year with the COVID-19. It's changed life as we know it for the time being. But it doesn't stop us from going after what we want, because we've planned out from 2020 to 2030 what we want to accomplish. Then we break it down. We break it down into the year. We break it down into the quarter. We break it down into the month. We break it down into the week. We break it down into the day. That's how we do it. That's how we accomplish what we want. That's how we unleash our potential within. That's how you unleash your potential within. And all of this that I've explained to you is in much more detail in my book. So if you haven't yet got a copy of my book, you can actually get it from me for free. So if you go to tiffanymica.com/free book, you can actually get a copy of the book for free. That's pretty simple, isn't it? And it's all there laid out for you. You just go through the book. It helps you identify how you can unleash your potential within. And if you're really serious about unleashing your potential within, then it's time you must join the Get Focused Academy. Because not only we work on that I've written in the book, it's expanded much further. I show you how to understand yourself and how you want to become the person, an athlete you want to become. I show you how to have a belief system in place to build confidence within. I show you how to understand what holds you back and how to break through those barriers. I show you how to harness your emotions to benefit you in your sport performance. I show you how to get into the zone so that we have this developed focus system so that you know exactly what you need to do when you're out there competing. I show you how to deal with pressure on and off the sporting field. I show you how to plan out your goals through the GPS system. I show you how to manage and deal with challenges thrown at you. I show you how to organize yourself for successful days. I show you how to prepare for practice, training, and competition. I show you the habits that you'll need to set you up for success, and you help me identify what your habits will be for your success. I show you how to prepare for competitions and tournaments through a game plan system development program. And I show you how to be resourceful and creative and not be limited. I show you how to seek those answers that you're looking for so that you're unleashing your potential within and you're accomplishing your big dreams in your sport. So it's time for you to come and join the Get Focused Academy. So go to tiffanymica.com/GF-Academy. I look forward to seeing you there. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Love it if you could share with me what you like best about what you heard today. If you got friends that you know that would benefit from these episodes, love it too if you could share these episodes with your friends, because we want to build the successful athlete community as big as we possibly can. And I want you to dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams. Take care. Talk soon. Don't go anywhere. Just hang on. Don't go anywhere. Let's crush it when we compete. Come on. Have you signed up yet for the Successful Athlete Masterclass? We look at what's holding you back, what skills you will need to succeed, and how to accomplish your sports goals. Go to tiffanymica.com/Sam. Look forward to seeing you there. Dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams. Let's crush it when you compete.